Like, stupid head. D&D.
Hey, stupid head. D&D, we start.
I kept on my quest too. Weird. Okay, so I didn't lose my save. I would have been pissed if I did.
I am on and streaming there, Acid, if you can hear me. I don't know if you can.
Oh, I forgot I was muted on Discord. But yeah, I can hear you. All right. Sending right over.
Okie dokie. Oops, I'm sure.
Yes.
Sweet scribble.
Yep,
A
that's
raid.
me.
Yeah. I've been streaming all day.
Whee.
I've
Get the
been
Viking
streaming
helmet.
for 9 and almost a half hours. So
Jeez, you please make sure you hydrate. Get up.
I've been drinking all day. I have coffee in front of me. I have water right next to me. Chill. I have 2 gallons of water next to me. One of them is empty.
Oh, that's good.
Yay!
But listen, we used to
Welcome
work
on
to
in.
keel over. Then, as it just keels over, roll new IRL character sheet.
That's not how that works.
Would be slightly funny though.
Okay.
That's not how that works.
Recap of yesterday. Quick recap.
I got to be blissful as in ignorant.
Oh. Yep. Well, typical of you.
Yes.
I almost got cut by in half by an axe, and Spooder Cat now has a name.
Oh, and I have last night I came up with a name for the Spooder Cat. They're called Stodders.
Stodders?
Stodder.
You're gonna have to spell that because I have no clue.
It is STADUR. Stodder.
Oh.
Okay, update. All right, interesting.
So there's no way to figure that out until we find somebody that can talk to the Spooder Cat. In the meantime, they're called Loom.
Oh, and I wanted to ask you how you wanted that spelled. Do you want to
Loom?
Okay, that's what I thought, but there's LUME. So
Lume. The French version.
Light. As I go through the whole spectrum before I turn the light off. No, off. Thank you.
So if anybody's there, mostly from mine would be Sunny, really nice person. The others were probably all lurkers, which is fine.
Okay.
So, we're watching you, Sunny. If you mess up, I'm gonna ban you in here too. I'm joking, of course.
Of course.
Oh.
I'm not a moderator in here.
Puts away the rolled up newspaper for bonking, sadly.
But yeah, Analog and them are, well, I know Analog has been in there for a good chunk of the stream as well, but he didn't say anything, so he's probably been lurking the whole time, and now he's probably asleep because he's in the UK.
Oops.
Same with Woodangers. Both of them are from the UK.
UK friends.
And then sorry, slightly distracted. I was writing things down, and I have somebody shopping for me through Walmart. They didn't have my water.
No.
Not the Mario.
Oops. Need a space there. There. Okay. So, okay. Now that I've got that written down. Who would like to start?
Mm.
I mean, 3 of you still have yet to bathe. 1 of you has yet to eat. If there's anything left.
I should at least smell better.
Thank you, Capri.
Capri 7897 just subscribed for 49 months.
That's a long time. My math ain't mathin' right now.
Four years and a bit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like 4 years and 3 months, maybe. If my math's mathing, but my math doesn't normally math, so yeah, anyway.
4
40
years and a month.
I was close.
Because 48 would be 4.
I was close enough. Anyway. What would you guys like to do?
Bath.
Okay. Like I described earlier, when you finally walk into the bathing area, it's like 2 pools of hot steaming water. The lower area is for bathing with bathing stations, and the upper part is for soaking, so that you're not soaking in your filth when you're done washing.
Woohoo.
And also the water flowing from the top can be used to wash your hair. Kind of like a natural shower.
Nice and keen.
Yeah, okay. Sparkle, sparkle. Anyway.
Yeah. And when Soul's done, I'll take a bath too. When Soul's done.
All the girls could have, if they wanted to, bathe together.
No, thank you.
Okay. I'm just
No thanks.
okay.
I don't know
Nobody
them
needs-
like that yet.
Okay. I was just throwing
Nobody
it out there.
Nobody needs to see all this fat jiggling around.
Oh,
Right?
wubba wubba. Anyway. Oh. Fox. Already had cleaned up. Oh, they still don't have our Cheetos. Well, okay, I guess I'm just rude. Anyway. A lot, like, in real life, like, everyone needs to know this, but I'm going to share it anyway. Out of the, like, what was it? $11 items. 5 are unavailable. Anyways, I digress. A fox was actually sitting in the room where Cindily was, um, tending to, tending to his armor, oiling it up, making sure that if it's ripped, it's repaired, because, you know, as light as it is, it's still very strong, and he wants to keep it that way.
Well, if I see him starting to stitch up any part, I'm gonna offer to help. Because remember, I have the bone needles too.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of perked up and kind of looked at you with one eye.
It's like I do know how to sew.
Not that he's cautious because he doesn't believe you can sew, he doesn't know to what quality you can bring to the sewing. And even with his claws, he's very delicate and gentle. Um, his stitching, despite the, well, old needle that he's using, the stitches are almost invisible, believe it or not.
Nice. If I notice this, I'll go. Yeah, the invisible hymn. It looks a lot like the invisible hymn my grandmother used to use.
Well, he looks at you and then looks at the armor before giving a little, like, huff and handing you the piece of armor, wanting to see how you would handle it. Of course, the first thing you would notice is he's using a very blunt, very used needle. What you don't
I'll
see
go.
is he was kind of using his claws to make guide holes.
Ah, well, I'll grab the driest and the sharpest of the needles that we made,
Mm-hmm.
and help. Again, I'd probably go with the invisible hem stitch that my grandmother taught me.
He watches you with caution before kind of coming up almost like equal with what you were working, just to understand your movements.
And I'll make sure it's visible, because there's ways of. I've taught a niece how to do some of the crochet and stuff, so I can position it in a way that makes it easier to see.
Mm-hmm. Of course, he silently watches you, not outwardly judging, but he was definitely learning. In the meantime, a grumpy Fleur had walked outside after having expended her unexpected rage on what she could destroy downstairs. She went outside to chop some firewood. Of course, as she swung down, this short, stout woman swinging this axe, chopping a log about as big as her, right in half. Of course, as she does so, she does notice acid sitting there.
Yeah, on me for something.
No, no. I was just wondering if you would notice or say something.
No, I'm just gonna keep focusing on the task I'm working on. Just gonna say, I guess more or less they in my lap, I'd have just a pile of bone dust. Kind of just absorbed into my own activities.
Well, you hear her chop down into the wood again, splitting it into fourths. As she goes, "Are you on a hunger strike or something?" Before grunting with force, chopping yet another lo- uh, log in half.
No, just not particularly hungry today. Just kind of this guy, and then with that, I just kind of leave it at that, and then because I'm just kind of too focused.
Well, she huffs, chopping down into the wood again before she noticed that her stockpile of thick logs had run out. Of course, the stump that she was using as a chopping block, she just heaves the wood chopping axe right into it. Of course, it's sticking right into it. I will preface that people who wear armor, Sahina,
Huh?
should be looking into caring and maintaining it.
Great. I have never taken care of metal armor. Oh god.
I mean, you could ask if, maybe Shin or Fox know of someone or something.
Mm-hmm. I would probably ask Fox since he has armor, so he probably knows what he's doing.
Well, he had looked up from what Cinderly was doing before, kind of looking you over and huffing, and then holding out a hand.
Huh? Oh, I'll hand over the armor. I guess.
Of course, he looks and goes, "Stupid, stupid head. Oh, goodness. What gonna do with you? Oh, goodness."
Listen, I've never cared for armor before.
Well, he points a
Never had-
claw at you and says, "You gotta learn."
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm gonna laugh and go, at least mine's cloth. I know how to take care of that.
Right, right.
I didn't expect metal.
Oh,
Makes it
he just kind of sighs, stepping away and going to where he had put his gear. His pointy fingers non-essential items. As he goes, "Where I put it? Ah, here." Of course, he comes back with two, maybe a thick book like bags.
Oh.
they almost look like purses, satchels, saddlebags almost. As he crouches down and said, "Come here. You sit, you learn."
Okay, I will sit. I will sit. Flops down on the ground.
Of course, you know, his critical eye glaze or kind of looking over as he goes, "No." He coming to where the part where a certain boot had made an impression. And he go, "No good, no good." Of course, he uses his thumbs, mine like the pads of his thumbs, not his claws, but the pads, and pushes against it. Of course, the metal easily kind of popping outwards back into place where it should be.
Huh.
And he go, "There, okay. Why you let friends give you boot?"
I didn't mean for them to. Didn't want them to.
Of course, he's really just asking because he's confused by it. Because in his mind, why have enemies when you have friends like that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. He goes, "Now, you take this one." He pointing to a certain grit of sandpaper. And she goes, "Use this first. Not last, first."
Okay. Right.
And he then goes, "No, you don't go up, down. No. Circle." As he's showing you how to buff it out with the sandpaper. Of course, it seems like it's what's the word? Doing more harm than good. As he goes, "Don't worry, it be fine." Of course, he just sees the worried look on your face.
Yeah.
And it's probably a rougher grit first. You polish it out with a lighter grit usually later, right?
Like wood.
Yes.
Yes, that is what he's doing. He's really getting it smooth over first. Then he'll give it a good puff and polish. As he goes, "Don't go too hard. It be weak here if too hard."
Okay, light tries to lighten up. Because yeah, I will accidentally use more strength than I'm supposed to. Just look at all the poor broken hangers at work.
Did I say buff
Sweet
and...
said puff and polish.
Did I really say buff and or puff and polished? Not buff and polished? I didn't notice. Oh well.
And I am going to laugh at Zahina and go, "Wax on, wax off."
Just glares at Simley.
Oh, he gives Cynthia a weird look and go, "No, no wax here yet."
And I'm like, "Funny joke from where we're from."
Of course, he gives you just the strangest confused look like, okay.
As I'm still over there cackling as I'm stitching up his stuff.
Oh.
I just grumble and try to focus.
He then hands you everything and says, "You try."
Okay, and I will try.
No, too hard. Got go soft, let paper do job, not strength. Strength ruin.
Okay, I'll do that.
Of course, as you notice when you're just like lightly rubbing it, it is smoothing everything down, and you're not taking too much material away. If you were really like putting your elbow into it, it would take too much away, make that area weaker, and thus, that area could potentially not protect you like armor should.
Right. So I will very carefully follow Fox's instructions to take care of my armor.
He nods, goes, oh, careful, careful. No.
What
Don't-
did I do?
Don't rub this on underside, just outside. Underside,
Oh.
we do something else.
Okay. I will move. So I'm not doing that.
No, he again continues to walk you through taking care of your armor, which was pretty straightforward. Puff. I did it again. Basically, buff and polish, and it looks almost brand new when he's finished. Walking you through it, minus some scratches for where you were at the beginning. When you really like went to town to scrub. As he goes, good. You learn. You keep armor good. Armor protect you.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Then he go,
Thanks.
sword.
Sword. Right. Takes out the sword. Right, I have one of those.
Well, he kind of looks it over and goes, you need better technique. He then uses his claw to point as he goes, see this? This no good. This ruins. Of course, he's pointing out like bends and some nicks in the actual blade, which dulls it.
Ooh. Oops. Not quite used to a sword, okay?
You learn, you do better.
Yeah. Okay. Is there a striking dummy in here or something I can hit?
No, not yet. Not yet. Gotta take care of it first.
Okay. We'll do that.
Of course, he'd bring the second pack that he had brought. He opens it up and pulls out, different type of whetstones, polish, other tools for the job. As he walks you through taking care of that. Of course, it's basically, if you know how to sharpen a kitchen knife, you kind of know how to.
I've never sharpened a kitchen knife.
Well, it's not that hard. You just have to get the angle right on the whetstone and so on and so forth. Really?
And I'll ask Fox what angle that he recommends the swords and daggers be at, because it might be different than what we're used to.
Yeah,
A kitchen knife has a different angle than like a pair of kitchen shears or something.
Right. Of course, he looks at you funny, kind of his head tilting to the side as he's trying to translate what you said. He then goes, he then holds up his finger going, his claw, really, because each of his claws are a different size, more or less, as he goes, this one, as he puts it down against the whetstone and rests the sword against it, as he goes, sword. Of course, he pulls out a different knife, as he then puts down his finger and leans his pinky, really, and leans the knife against it as he goes, knife.
And I point my finger up at about a 25-degree angle, which is typical for like a knife, and go blade angle.
Stab? Stab, stab?
Well, he then goes, because angle really doesn't translate well in his mind, as he goes, come here. Of course, it's about a 20-degree angle, 25-degree angle, the way the thickness of his pinky is, the pinky claw that he's using as a guide.
I go, okay, yeah, that's about the angle we would use.
Well, he was about to say something before a very puppy yawn escapes him before he shakes his head, going, oh, sorry.
It's all good.
Of course, you would notice he's picking up on some of your habits. Well, your, as in the group's, habits.
That could be dangerous.
Which, it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Of course, he reaches up and kind of rubs one of his ears before continuing to show how to take care of the blades, get the nicks out, straighten out the nicks, polish it well. Basically holding a small care for your tools class right here.
Yeah. I will be paying attention to make sure.
Oh. He gives a little nod before, giving a little shake of his head, going, or shake, a little nod as he goes, good, good. Now you care for tools. Of course, he just gives you the 2 bags as he goes, here.
Oh, thanks. I'll keep these safe.
Of course, when you really don't know how much and what he has on him or within all his stuff, which is kind of surprising. He has everything.
I question how many pockets he has sometimes.
Right.
Then again, who knows? He might not have just pockets. He might just have bags and like a bag of holding. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean,
love a good bag of holding.
He is a dexterity base, so he could be using sleight of hand and you don't even know it.
Damn.
I'll go back to stitching up his armor.
Oh. After, everybody's all said and done, he'd go, where's Stupid Head? Again,
I'll tell him when I went to tell him dinner was done, he was still out in the barn.
Yeah.
He just kind of gives a little huff. He's stupid. Of course, again, Fox takes every opportunity to eat because he never knows when the next meal is available. You were about to say something?
No.
All right. Oh, shit. I think we're gonna take like a 5-10 minute break. I need to go potty. I will be right back. Go ahead and grab potty. English.
Yes, grab a toilet.
Go potty, grab a drink, grab a snack, and we'll meet back here in 10-15 minutes. All right, I'll be right back.
Grab a potty. I can't, sweet.
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Mm. Oh. Mm. Oh. Mm. Ugh, damn it. Too early for that.
I have returned, victorious.
Hooray!
Welcome back.
I'm sorry, guys. I also stopped and brought in my order. Okay, now, you know what? I don't think I pressed done. Whoops. Oh well. Now, where were we? I was like, wait a minute, we're missing something. 1, 2, no, we're not. I thought we were missing somebody. Anyways, is somebody gonna go get acid? Or are we just gonna leave him out there overnight?
Oh, well, let's leave him out there.
I tried.
I said it's nap time. Come on.
Nap time?
Yes.
Okay then.
I mean, what are you guys doing? Besides being taught something by Fox.
I'm
I don't
still
know. I think I'm
stitching up
still
his
in the
armor.
bath.
Did you fall asleep in there?
Probably.
Knowing you.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm taking care of my armor and sword.
Oh, a fox, being the ever observant one, he go, we're friends. Yeah, talking about Solify and Acid, he goes, where the big stupid head?
You really gotta call them that.
He says that as I come sauntering back. Ah, that felt nice.
Okay, there's one stupid head. Where's the other?
I'm not stupid.
He just kind
I
of
go,
snorts.
I go, the last time I saw him was when I went to get him for dinner and he was still out in the barn.
Well, the fox just kind of sighs. Kind of shaking his head as he goes, oh, if he was asleep out there, he okay? Fine.
At least I'll have hay to keep them warm.
Miss?
Huh?
I was talking to Ash. I was offering her a drink. Anyway.
Oh, where's ours?
Oh, do you want a V8 one? A juice? Here.
V8. Could have had a V8. Where?
Actually, the strawberry banana one, not the energy drink, but the actual juice drink is really good.
I've never had V8. I miss Sobe though.
Me too. I was looking for them the other day. I'm like, you know what? I want a pina colada Sobe. Aww. Well, that explains why I haven't been able to find it.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately. I like the strawberry daiquiri one.
I couldn't have it because of color. Anyway.
What?
As we
Why
were.
gotta be pink?
Right. They put red 40 in it.
Oh. Oh. Ew.
All right. This is where I go, Acid, what you doing? You coming in or you staying out?
Acid, wakey, wakey.
Acid?
Is he okay?
Is he still AFK?
I thought, my bad. He might be. Well, we'll just wait till he says something.
Okay.
Whoa.
What? You okay with her?
Yeah, I'm okay. But yeah, he must still be AFK.
Yeah, I was cooking. What?
Oh, hello.
No cooking, only DnD.
Just wondering.
Food is important.
We were just wondering if you were staying outside or coming in to sleep.
I'm just gonna stay. I'm focused. I'm gonna keep on working.
You're gonna work through the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sleep, right?
Am I not allowed to?
I mean, it's
Granted,
ill
eventually we'll get
advised.
to a point where I can't really see, but once it gets to that point, it's not like I'm not gonna go get up and get back into the house. I have another place. Yeah.
Sleep with the unicorn.
I'm already over by the shed or whatever else. Been there, like, the one that made sure it got in there just fine. Not even the odor of the unicorn, made sure it got it just fine.
Damn.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh. I had a sticker stuck on me from work. So apparently I'm an official Nintendo licensed product.
Like Martin.
Nice.
Probably full of bugs.
Like I said, Borkton.
Damn.
Not even Birkin, Borkton.
Damn.
No.
No.
Okay, I guess we wait then.
um. How to do? I mean, we could wait till acid's done. I understand when
Is
you.
on with what? I already said what I said. What else is there to do?
Oh, we were gonna wait till you're done cooking because.
I'm already done cooking.
Oh. I thought. Okay,
Did
never
you
mind.
bring enough for the whole class?
Yeah, the whole class myself.
Yeah, not for you, Zahina.
I'm
Huh?
talking.
You were talking to me. You talking about your character? You talking
Anyway. Anyway.
Hmm?
Well, the sun has set and it's dark all around. As, well, the sounds of nocturnal creatures come. Well, nocturnal creatures roaming the town begin to sound. The feral foxes, the. Not fox himself, but, the four-legged foxes.
Mm-hmm. I know what those sound like. I have them in my yard.
Yeah, cats, and, so on. Wildlife of the town. As, Acid, are you going to sleep out in the barn then? When it gets too dark
Yeah,
to do
there's
anything?
no reason for me to go in at this point because I don't know where anything is. I'd just be a bumbling fool around in the building. I cause issues, so I'm just gonna stay outside.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, everybody gets settled into their, well, chosen sleeping spots.
Mm-hmm.
As, you all begin to dream.
Oh no.
Oh. You all, individually see a anthropomorphic rooster. As he's humming away. Well, she, you can't exactly tell what it is, but you assume it's a he. Is humming along as he's polishing a bow. what do you do?
If it's a dream, probably nothing.
Exactly. Like if it's a dream, what are we gonna do? What are we supposed to do?
You could go up to him and talk to him. You could throw a rock.
Oh, it's one of those kinds of dreams that we can actually.
Exactly.
I'll go talk to it.
I probably will too. I'm trying to hear the tune. Is he humming the tune from Robin Hood?
Actually, he is.
God damn it! I knew it.
Been hidden Little John walking through the forest.
Oh, see, I at the beginning.
Yep. As he's just polishing the shaft of his bow. Well, don't be a stranger. Come, sit.
I'd be shocked because I can move.
I'd go sit.
Okay. Okay, I will cautiously approach and sit.
Yes.
Well, as you sit on the log, well,
As soon as you said chicken, rooster, that's where my brain went. I went like, God damn, it's the cockatier from fucking Dragon Quest.
Oh no.
Yes.
that's more what he looks like.
They look the same. What are you talking about?
The chicken man. Well, rooster.
They're the same. So one has a sword, and it's here Thomas, art style for you. Because
I'm only teasing. Well, he then just kind of goes, well, you're probably wondering why I look this way. As he just kind of looks at you with one eye as he goes, because. Because.
Damn it.
I thought it would be easier this way to be associated with something more familiar.
So what are you exactly? Or who?
Well, he just kind of looks at you, just kind of going, well, let's just say it this way. You and your traveling friends have got the attention of various gods and goddesses.
Oh, great.
Any reason why?
Well, for one, you're not from this universe. Well, realm, really. And they can't decide if you were pulled here or if you're meant to be here.
Well, if you figure it out, can you let us know?
As he just kind of, he chuckles almost like he was clucking like a chicken. Kind of the bark, 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 bark. Yes, he goes, some things even gods don't know.
Oh.
But that's not what I'm here to explain. As he stands up. Of course, in each one of your dreams simultaneously, a feather from his hand, wing, just touches against your foreheads. I'm here to give you the tools you need to survive. Of course, each one of you feel like something enters your psyche. It's not your brain, but your actual like soul, opening up something within you.
Whoa.
You feel this surge of power and connection you didn't have before.
Okay, that feels funky.
Well, he just kind of laughs before going, well, if you think that's funky, try be, as he just kind of catches himself before going, anyway.
Being
Well,
what?
more like what he was going to say, he's a female in a male's body, but decided not to go down that route, just kind of goes, anyway.
Ah.
As he goes, I am called by many names, but I prefer Avendira.
Avenger?
Avendira.
Dear.
Cool name.
Yeah.
As he then loses the chicken costume, becoming not the pretty lady, but another goddess. As she says, that's better. I am goddess of freedom, travel, and adventure. I have given you the tools to survive in this realm. Whether you use them or not is up to you.
How will we know what you've given us?
Oh, you'll know.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, I guess.
Thank you. Hopefully I can figure out what you gave me.
She looks at you, Sahina. Of course, all of you now are in a communal dream. It's not just like individual
Wow.
dreams.
Oh, hi.
Of course, each one of you see each other in what would be your final armor.
Oh.
I am. If I realize this with the others, I'm gonna look down at mine and see what I see.
You look sick.
Of course,
I'll look at mine.
Cindely, she has elaborate robes with crocheted roses along her shawl, cloak.
Do I recognize them as ones I've made?
You would recognize your own work.
Cool.
Solify is in actual metallic armor, but it's light, movable, with a bow. Acid. Surprisingly, he just has pants on and his hands wrapped. Looking almost like, Dragon Ball Z character. Minus the gravity-defying hair.
Yeah, a little hair gel can solve that.
My name is Cloud. Anyway. Of course, if Cinderly would turn, she would be surprised to see a large sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze there, but I guess it's not gonna come. Well,
Well,
I'm
if
sorry.
I'm looking around, would I catch it out of the corner of my eye?
Oh yeah, it's big enough to be caught.
So
Wait.
I would probably turn around if looking around at everybody else and catch it. I would turn to see what it was.
It would be a large statter. Loom would be big enough for one person to ride on him.
I'm like,
oh, sorry.
Loom must be a baby.
It's just a baby. Sorry.
Wait, you didn't say what my armor was.
I'm not
Eh?
done.
Oh, I was like,
You don't
wait,
have armor. You're dead. You're gone.
damn.
God.
Roll a new character sheet. No.
Roll initiative. I'm
Damn.
kidding. You're
Ooh.
fighting each other.
I was say, oh, am I a zombie?
When Zahina looks down at herself,
Ah.
she sees very heavy armor with a symbol she doesn't recognize on the chest.
Oh.
Of course, it's heavy, inlaid with gold, expertly made. Feels almost light as a feather, but looks like it could take a beating.
Ooh. Ooh.
Of course, as the others look around, you see shadows. Behind Solify, a proud black unicorn stands. Of course, it's got all sorts of armor, a saddle, and looks, ready to be a grand steed to a grand adventurer. Of course, as you look around, there's also other shadows that really don't have a definite shape. Friends yet to come, or tamed creatures yet to be tamed.
Cool.
Yeah. Looking down at the symbol. Wonder what that is.
Do any of us recognize the symbol?
No, you do not. As he then just she points. She will be contacting you shortly. She just said she will be contacting you shortly.
Who?
After a brief message.
Yeah.
That is not my part to say. As he just kind of bows, going, "You have the attention of us. Do us proud."
Oh, God.
As you hear in the distance, of course,
What?
everybody, morning has risen. Everybody's startled right out of their sleep, no matter where they are on the property.
I snort.
Yeah.
I jump up and like, what the fuck was that?
What the hell?
I'm gonna look at Zahina and Solify because I'm assuming we're still all in the same room and go, y'all just have the weird ass dream too?
Mm-hmm.
Something about a rooster? I say as I rub my eyes.
Oh, outside you hear. Of course,
Who's
a
evidently
rooster of
outside now?
a rooster of familiar coloring is outside your window. Of course, it looks at you with no intelligence in its eyes before going and running away.
I wonder how worried we should be.
I don't know.
Well, in the lull, in the chatter of the three girls, you hear chink, chink, chink of metal against metal.
Hmm?
Can we see where it's coming from?
Nope. It's outside. That's really all you can determine.
Is there a window in the room?
That's where yes. The chicken
Oh,
just
That's where the
screamed at you
chicken
guys.
was.
My brain stopped there. Wow. Sorry. Can I get up, go to the window to look outside, see if I can see where the ting, ting, ting
You
is
can,
coming from?
but you don't see where it's coming from.
Hmm.
I mean, if Acid is up and moving around, he could go look if he wanted to.
I'd probably be checking on the unicorn first before I do anything else.
Well, the unicorn is doing well. Looking,
So is the unicorn black or is the unicorn white?
it's white right now.
Or is it gray?
It's white.
Okay. It's just a baby.
And I'll turn if the spooter cat, if Loom is in bed, I'm gonna scratch it behind the ear and go, "Did you have weird dream too?"
Of course.
And evidently you get big.
Oh, you feel its thoughts, more or less, more like its impressions of how it felt around its mother. Of course, the the spooter cat is about the size of a switch right now, versus the small pony that the adult you saw was.
Well, I'll try to mentally project the image of its bigger self. If it can, because I don't know if it can sense my thoughts like I do it.
Oh, he does. He is able to. And if Solify would try, she could also communicate with her horse. Or horse. Unicorn.
Same difference.
Yeah.
The pointy horse.
Stabby horse.
But I guess after I would finish up, just checking it over, make sure it's did well through it at night. I would step out the shelter, whatever it is, barn, whatever, because everybody said so many different things. I
I'm
lost
sorry.
track of what
It was stables.
stables, but
It's
Stables. Barn, same difference.
yeah.
well, stables are smaller. Barns usually have multiple layers, and then also have double the runs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I understand. But it's a stable. When you step outside and look to your right, you can see, in the big grassy area, well, this little itty bitty fox going up against slightly taller no, dwarfling Fleur from before.
Mm.
Of course, the way they move is familiar. As if, they fought before, they fought in battle before, that they're allies and can anticipate, well, almost anticipate each other's moves. It was a very impressive the way they clashed together and then sprung apart. Cue anime fight scene here. Of course, this is now that I almost spoiled something. Anyway, um, after a short amount of time, a fox caught Fleur off guard, using his hook swords to not only disarm her of her dual axes, but putting them against her neck as they both stand there panting. Of course, Fox, surprisingly, is only clothed in his pants.
Hmm.
And as he stands there panting, just staring at Fleur, you could see almost like black pulsating lines on his back. And almost as if they sensed that they were being watched, Fox actually pulls up the top of his robes, covering his back and, frontal area. As, like, the chicken very stupidly just goes, and then just, like, stops right in front of Acid, looks up before pecking at his shoe. Smooth brain. No ridges or bumps, no valleys or lumps. All thoughts slide right off, like a water slide.
Poor chicken.
Just do a gentle flick of its on the beak. Just enough, just like, no, stop. Better.
Well, you could tell that there's just no brain cell in there as he looks up.
That's fine.
And then goes back.
Definitely not the ones that I usually work with.
All the chickens I've ever met are mean.
Yeah, I've had some mean ones. I've had some ones that are just like, you do that because they're doing something you shouldn't do. They should be, and they look at you as like, and they just like,
What was
they
that
stop
for?
and just look at you, just like, oh, okay, guess I shouldn't do that. Because I had
My
one that was like
aunts.
was pulling at my shoelaces. I was like, I did that, and it's just like,
How
oh,
rude.
okay.
My aunts used to chase me around her yard when I was little.
I had a rooster peck my toe and it hurt.
Ow!
Why
Yeah,
you were anywhere near roosters and so on with bare feet? That's really gross.
I was in flip flops.
Even then, I wouldn't go anywhere near anything that where they would be with anything that's not covered. Like,
Chicken shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was at my aunt's farm, so I didn't really.
Yeah, no. Still gross. It's really,
It didn't
really
bother
gross.
me. It doesn't. It just doesn't bother me.
Then you're a grody person.
Wow.
I was just curious. But anyway, of course, this you could tell this chicken has like no brain cells. Like no brain
Yeah.
whatsoever. As he then turns his attention from Astid's foot to a big ass stone.
That's fine. That's a usual thing. Have
Mhm.
Have you ever seen Silkies?
Yes.
They're adorable
Yeah.
as fuck, right?
Yes.
They are the smoothest brain motherfuckers in the fucking world.
Yup.
They'll look at a rock, think it's an egg, and sit on it for days.
And then lose interest and then walk off.
No, you usually have to make them stop. They're just brain dead. I love Silkies. They're adorable as fuck. But goddamn, are they these zero brain cells? They have the hollowest of hollow heads. Ugh.
You breathe in one ear and you can hear out the other. Anyway.
It's like a pan food.
Anyways, Fox just kind of, after he had, straightened out his robes, which looked more like God, I forget what they're called. Martial artists wear them.
Martial arts for him? What?
Martial
what
are
they
artists
called?
wear them.
Where are they again? What are you talking about? Because there's a lot of things they can wear. Hand wraps?
No, it's his outfit.
A gi?
Is that
Gi, G-I. Or J-I sometimes. I don't remember which one's the difference. But what's the difference between them?
Well, hold on. The one that's like a solid suit.
Again, both of them could be.
Nah, the GI is 2 pieces. I'm.
But you could get the one that's what.
I think.
And then there's also JAI, which is kind of the same thing. It's just,
I have a specific like outfit in my brain, but I can't explain it. Anyway, it looks like a gi. Anyway, as he had straightened it out to cover his back of those black pulsating wounds. Well, really not wounds; they're scars. Of course, only Acid saw them. No one else did.
well, if I'm the only one that's there, everybody else is inside, is not that?
That's true. I'm just saying that they haven't seen that. Only you. Of course, this smooth brain chicken just walks, and this little puddle where the horse's hoof was, it falls right into it. as it stands up, goes almost like I didn't do it. Don't know what you're talking about. And then went off to where the rest of the chickens are. Of course, Fleur had, after speaking with Fox, whatever she was saying you couldn't hear, as she went back inside.
Are you thinking about the long cotton Shaolin monk robe?
Possibly, I'm not sure.
Probably what you're actually thinking of. But even those aren't one piece. It's
No,
just
that's
layered.
yeah. Again, not what I'm looking for.
Are you just thinking of a unitard? A unitard? Because that's
No.
not martial arts.
No, it's not a unit. If I have if I could draw it right now, I'd draw it for you. But anyway, moving on. I'm sure I've described it well enough. Of course, a Fleur had walked past the window that the three girls were looking out. Of course, her face, flushed from the practice round. Of course, Fox shook his head. You could see droplets of sweat just flying out of his hair. Before he looks and points, going, "Stupid."
I just point back. Right back at you.
Well, he then just goes, or kind of raises a finger and then does the come here motion.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just go over casually. There's not really any thinking about much of anything else.
Well, as soon as you came within range, he kind of like gives you a kind of a rough push. Really to try and not try, but to rile you up.
What are they doing?
You
You
still
guys
wouldn't be able to
can't
see
see.
this.
I don't know,
We
but
knew
my
that.
money's on.
Again,
my
you
money's on
guys
five.
wouldn't be able to see.
I knew that.
Oh, we can't see from the window?
No,
No! You guys
it's
haven't
on the
saw
other side of the building.
anything. Oh, you guys
Darn.
just don't pay attention.
You guys have like what? Maybe.
Technically, you're still standing at the window, like.
Yep.
Okay, never mind then.
You saw Fleur walk away, and that's all you guys saw. You
Yeah.
didn't see anything that was going on between Fleur and Fox. Also, I just saw that as well. That's all I saw. The veins. Nah.
Yeah, you would see Acid walk toward Fox, but that's about it. That's all you saw.
Mm.
Of course,
Me doused.
when there really wasn't a reaction, he just kind of pushes you again. It's well, come on, stupid. No, not he doesn't say come on. He goes, stupid head.
Right back at you again, but
He's really trying to, get you to swing on him.
I have no reason to swing. So
It'll make sense in a moment.
again, I have no reason to really swing. So
And I think Solify just tapped out.
Oh no!
Don't wake up.
Sure, you're not allowed. Stay awake.
No, you're awake like I'm Sleeping Beauty. Come on. She's like, I'm awake.
Y'all need to throw water on her.
I just threw a roll of paper towel at her. Because it's soft. Would you rather me throw like a glass jar at you?
Ooh,
Or
that's
this?
painful.
Throw
This was
20
next.
D20s at her. 20
They're
D20s.
Oh,
20 D20s.
I guess we're
20
done.
D20s.
D4 would be more dangerous.
Uh-oh.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay. She shut my computer and I'm...
My bad.
I thought I lost everything. I'm like, oh God, come back.
Just hearing I'm back. Years. I'm Angie. No talk. Me Angie or something. That little gif. No talk. I'm Angie.
Oh, nice and full now.
Anyway. We really should have come up with something that would keep Solify awake.
A taser button that distracts your delay every time you have to push it.
No, no acid.
Big red button says tase the soul.
Zort.
No.
Yes. Too bad.
No, I don't think tasing would be a good idea.
It'll be fine. It's totally fine.
Wake up, Sol!
Thank you, Zahina.
You need to
I
add
mean,
one
it
to
would
Zahina
be-
too for every time she misses up information because she's not paying attention.
I mean, cat snuggles work for wake up as well.
Not
And
really.
yeah,
Puts
it's
her to
funny
sleep.
until I grab the taser and tase you back.
Ah.
I'm not the one forgetting information that's important.
I'm
I mean,
trying.
No, you're
right,
not.
though.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. Not well enough. Do better.
Well, this could be his place to stop.
Next time we're throwing acid down the well and leaving them there.
Yes.
Possibly. All right.
No more throwing people down the well. We have to pull them out when we do
Again,
that.
this is where it ends up just reverse psychology, and you both end up down there, and I'm just standing there, just like, yeah, it's what you get for threatening to do this.
Oh my gosh. You know what? That would happen.
It did
We
happen
tried
already.
throwing acid in
It already
someone-
happened once, remember?
Yeah, that's true. Not funny to me.
Next time it'll be slime filled.
All right, this is a good place to
No!
stop. So, you all have a lovely evening. Stay sweet, and I will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.